This is a perfect time for me to ask a question. When it comes to corn, let's say corn, is corn always a bad thing?
I think it's a problem just because the guys who I have talked to that do consistently watch porn.
You mean popcorn?
Popcorn.
We eat a lot of popcorn.
I think
I was like mid-drink. I was like, I'm going to die.
I think that definitely the way that they talk about intercourse and stuff like that is definitely different than the guys who don't watch porn. And honestly, I feel like they have more drive to do other things, like with their career and other stuff. I feel like they're more, I don't know, career driven, the guys who.
So it's like a distraction and a hindrance, you see it as?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I wish I had a really good explanation on why I think it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I just think it's too easily addictive for obviously good reasons, because it spikes dopamine and things like that in your brain. And when
what are you laughing at? This is serious. We're talking about corn over here. Come on.
Just a comment that Taylor left.
Oh no.
Sorry, I'm so
What
sorry.
did he say? Wait, hold on. We'll come right back to you. What did he say?
I didn't mean
No,
to like
okay.
I saw it.
It's okay.
Now I can't get the corn song out of my.
Do you guys know the corn song?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
The direction I was going, I think an adult can do whatever they want when it comes to corn, but I think the fact that children can just jump on the internet and access it, I think that's extremely
I'm with you there.
bad. Like that's scary.
I would jump in and say that I think it's very, particularly for men, I think it's very hard to have like if you can even qualify like a healthy relationship with corn as something like where it's not becoming addictive, it's not taking over your life, and it's not influencing your actions, maybe like with your partner in a negative way. I think that can be a very easy pitfall for a lot of people. But I do know a lot of people that like have like a perfectly fine relationship with where it doesn't like mess their lives up at all.
Yeah, I think it's one that I'm really torn on.
You're
mostly,
torn on corn.
I'm torn on corn.
Yeah.
God, can't get through a serious thought without that song coming back up in the line. Thank you, Taylor. I think something I would be interested to do is like more research into the effect it has on both the people performing, like long-term mental health, and also like long-term consumption. I know that it is like a real problem for like young boys specifically. I'm not sure of the research on like girls who start watching at such a young age. Like it has like biological negative effects if you start consuming from like such a young age. But like I personally don't have a problem with it at all. I don't have a problem if like my partner in a relationship watches it. Like that's not ever been something that bothered me. I think it can definitely get to a point where like if it's interfering with things or like interfering with drive or like your relationship or anything like that, then like definitely that's a different conversation.
Sure.
I want to be more educated on it, but I just know my personal position is I don't really have a problem with it.
I don't personally have a problem
created in an ethical way.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's a given.
Yeah.
I think after being the relationship I was in, I'm like, addiction in general is a no-go for me. And that's probably a really high standard to have, is to find someone who's not addicted to anything.
I
but
don't think
it's
that's
kind
a high
of
standard to have, Pandy.
maybe not.
I know. I think that is
but
a reasonable
it feels like it,
expectation.
because some people you'll bring up stuff like corn and they're like, but that's like my stepson. Like, you know, like they protect it with their life because, oh, no, it doesn't affect me at all. I'm like, then you should, if it doesn't affect you that much, you shouldn't be defending it. It's not even alive. But I don't know. For me, it's a complete no-go at all.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Do you think it always equates to an addiction, or are you saying just like in general, any kind of like corn consumption is bad?
I think corn
consumption
we're
trying so
is
hard.
Pretty bad. I think similarly to what she was saying, it's like that weird like, what are you doing with your time? How much time are you investing in this like distant relationship that other people are having? That's not even actual relationship.
Right, like just stimulation, basically.
It's just stimulation. So it's like, how often are you just like tapping into random to
that
stimulate
Dopamine? Dopamine?
Dopamine.
Right?
I think.
Serotonin?
Yeah.
It's like-
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dopamine.
Why do
feel-good.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Emotions.
exactly. That's
Yeah, it's like why do that instead of finding something that's like actually life giving that you could find dopamine
For sure.
in.
I just keep thinking like couples watch Korn together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we tried it. It really wasn't for us.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But like, do you think that has the same impact as like solo? Like maybe that gets rid of some of the negative
That's a
aspects.
Watching
that's a-
together?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's a really good question. I mean, like, I think that could definitely, if people are willing to do that together, kind of overcome some of the feeling like it's cheating or feeling like it's like looking at other people aspect of it. Yeah, I feel like that's a different conversation, a really important one, because I know a lot of people do that, and like if that works, then again, fantastic. Like, yeah.